If you've got red and irritated skin, you need to try this Chamomile Lavender Tallow Balm. Chamomile and lavender are both so soothing for your skin. Infusing them gives you all of the same properties without having to use essential oils. To make this tallow balm, you are only going to need a handful of ingredients. You're going to need rendered tallow, and if you want to learn how to render your own tallow, be sure to check out my video here to learn how to do that completely from scratch. Next, you'll need a carrier oil or a liquid oil of some sorts, just so your balm can stay nice and fluffy. Tallow is wonderful, but it is very solid at room temperature. Today, I'm going to be using jojoba oil because on the comedogenic scale, which is the scale that tells you how likely an oil is to clog your pores, jojoba is very low. You could also use sweet almond oil or olive oil, whatever works best for your skin. You're going to need some dried chamomile flowers. Make sure that any herbs that you are going to be infusing in your tallow are completely dried out, or your tallow can go rancid and moldy way quicker. Finally, you're going to need some dried lavender. So let's get started putting our tallow balm together. You're going to need a clean jar or some sort of container that can get hot, as we're going to be infusing the tallow and the jojoba oil with our chamomile and lavender. Today I've just got a mason jar. I love mason jars, they're so multi-purpose. Onto the scale it goes, zeroing it out. We're just going to be making a small batch today. So we're going to start with jojoba oil, and we are going to do 31 grams of that. Next, I'm going to add in half a tablespoon of lavender, and I'm going to make a giant mess, but I'm going to add 1 full tablespoon of chamomile. Now I'm going to zero out the scale and scoop in 120 grams of tallow. This is a 1:4 ratio. Meaning for every 1 cup of tallow you're going to be using a 1/4 cup of carrier oil. I found that to be the best ratio, but you can definitely play around with yours. Perfect. Now this is going to go into our double boiler. I shall show you. Okay, please excuse this pan. It has been with me for a while. Use what you have. Not everything needs to be perfect and aesthetic. You're going to gently place in your infusion, and we're going to turn the heat to very, very low. If you want to learn how I infuse my tallow start to finish, definitely check out my other video where I walk you through that. Now we are going to let this melt down and simmer for about 2 to 3 hours on low. It's been boiling for about 2 hours, and I turned the heat off completely. Now, this is going to be very, very hot, so you need to use oven mitts or something to touch it. We're going to use oven mitts and bring it off the heat. Now, we're going to let it cool until you can actually pick it up and handle it. Now, if you want to make this into a balm, then you're going to strain it directly into your final container. But I'm going to show you how to turn it into a whip. So you want to take a mixing bowl and place a strainer over top of it because you don't want any of these particles to get inside your tallow whip. And you're going to carefully pull it out. Now we're going to scrape it out as best as we can because we want to get all of the wonderful tallow goodness and also make it easier on ourselves to clean. Now you're going to gently press on your lavender and chamomile leaves, and these can get composted. Now we're going to leave this to sit until it is completely hardened, and then we'll come back and whip it. You can also throw this into the fridge, and that will make it harden way quicker as well. On to my least favorite part, cleaning up. So you do not want any of this tallow to go down your drain, or it could completely clog up your pipes. So while it's still warm and liquid, shove a paper towel in there and move it around. Can't really use anything other than a paper towel, unfortunately. If you use a reusable, then you run into the same problem with your washing machine. So I give everything the best clean that I can using paper towel. And then put some soap into it, some liquid soap. I made this liquid soap. This is a tallow liquid soap. If you want to learn how to make that, I'm going to make a video on it very soon. In the meantime, you can check out my other video all about liquid soap making. But hot soapy water goes in here to sit for a while, and then you're going to pour it outside on the gravel or someplace where it's not going to kill any plants. This does not go down your sink yet, but after you've rinsed this out, then you can go ahead and run it through your dishwasher as normal. Now, to turn it into whip, we've got our tallow all hardened. I put it in the fridge for a little bit. Now, you could use 2 beaters, of course. I'm only using 1 because they're kind of tricky to clean afterwards. So the less dishes I have to do, the better. We're just going to whip this up until it's nice and fluffy. And then every once in a while, scrape down the edges. We want it all to be light and airy. This looks beautiful. And when it is the perfect texture that you want, you are just going to either scoop it into your container, or you can put it in a piping bag and pipe it on. Sometimes I like the look of just scooping it. Now, if you're having any troubles with rendering your tallow and finding that it smells weird or it's gritty, definitely check out my free guide on the top 5 mistakes that people make when they render their own tallow. I think it's pretty helpful. I will put a link in the description box below. And this recipe is actually part of my ebook that's coming out. So I will definitely let you know when it is out. I'll put a link in the description box below. There's a sea salt soap, a deodorant recipe, and then a whole bunch of different balms and whips and scalp recipes. So you are really clear on how to use tallow from head to toe. I'm very excited about it. It's got some very unique recipes in there. So if you want to be the first to know, definitely get on the wait list down below. And same thing with the cleaning. You're going to scrape out your bowl and then give it a wipe with a paper towel. Hot soapy water, pour the hot soapy water out outside, and then you should be good to throw it in your dishwasher. Well, here you go. This is the finished product. I am so excited. It smells amazing and it is going to be so healing. Let me know in the comments down below if this is something you would try, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you more than you know. Take care.